Animated movies are for kids, right? Well, if 2016's Sausage Party taught us anything, that's definitely not always the case. But it turns out, animated movies don't have to be that outwardly raunchy to still deliver some very dirty jokes. We'd like to thank Screen Rant for their help on this video. And if you're new to CBR, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our new videos. Without further ado, here are 10 dirty jokes from animated movies you missed as a kid. The Brave Little Toaster. The Brave Little Toaster is a very underappreciated animated kids movie that tells a very fun adventure story while bringing many different household items to life. Unfortunately, the personification goes a little too far in one scene where a computer basically has an orgasm on camera. The machine gets very excited that his memory banks are being stroked by a professional and starts to freak out with pleasure. The scene continues to escalate and the computer starts to say how good it all feels. Things get really out of hand when the computer says he can't take it any longer and then proceeds to print out some white papers as a form of release. Shooting out white stuff as a way of releasing pleasure isn't exactly the most, subtle metaphor we've ever seen. Frozen. Fans of 2013's Frozen are eagerly awaiting the movie's sequel that surprisingly still has no release date announced. We can understand why people are hungry for more, as the first movie delivered a fantastic story, hilarious characters, and some undeniably catchy tunes. As it's a Disney movie, Frozen also made sure to sneak in some moments to please the adults in the room, and some of them were dirtier than others. In a scene between Anna and Kristoff, the characters are discussing foot size, and Kristoff seems to be insecure about his own. Anna, the sweet princess that she is, responds by saying, "Foot size doesn't matter." Any adult watching will instantly realize that this is a very thinly veiled joke about penis size. The Incredibles. 2004's The Incredibles sequel, Incredibles 2, is set to come to the public in summer of 2018, and we're guessing that lots of fans will be rewatching the first film before checking out the long-awaited second installment. As it will have been 14 years, we're guessing that a lot of fans are now adults, and we're sure that they'll be able to pick up on the more mature jokes hidden in this animated superhero film. There's one mature moment that's dirtier than all the others, and it comes in the first encounter between Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl. Their meeting starts with witty banter, but it quickly evolves into a more sexually charged conversation, capped off by a very suggestive line about what Elastigirl can do with her flexibility. Cars 2. Cars 3 is set to come out at the start of summer 2017, and we're really hoping that it's better than the first vehicular sequel, Cars 2. While it may not have been anywhere near as good as the original movie, it did give the world one of the sneakiest and most risque dirty Disney jokes of all time. In one secretly mature scene of the film, the cars are all gathered having a party. That's all fine and dandy until you realize that they're having a lemon party. Now, if you aren't sure of what that means and why it's included on our list of dirty jokes, that's probably for the best, as lemon party is one of those things that you'll definitely regret Googling. Don't do it. Seriously. A Bug's Life. If you're too young to remember A Bug's Life, we strongly recommend that you go and check it out, as it's one of the best animated movies ever made. Along with creative storytelling and some hilarious characters, the movie also showcases Pixar's famous talent for sneaking in adult jokes into their flicks. In a scene from the movie, the bug world is gathered to watch some female bugs perform on stage. As a clear reference to how gross men can be when they catcall women, the movie has one of the grossest looking bugs yell out, "Hey cutie, wanna pollinate with a real bug?" Pollinate of course means to fertilize, so any adult watching this scene could pretty easily decode what that nasty bug was really saying. Peter Pan. Peter Pan's a classic Disney movie and has sparked many different spin-offs and adaptations. The story's great and the movie's very innocent. Well, for the most part. As it turns out, that movie actually featured a pretty dirty adult moment that you definitely had to be grown up to catch. Near the beginning of the film, Peter's dancing around the kids' room, and at one point he's dancing with a shadow on the wall. Well, if you pause the movie at the right time, you can see that his shadow has his, well, for lack of a better word, Peter hanging out. It's a very quick moment that we're guessing went right past most kids, but we have to think that it totally shocked any adults who happened to catch it. Zootopia. Zootopia is now officially an Academy Award-winning film, and with good reason, as it truly presents a meaningful story, some incredible world building, and just an overall great movie for the whole family to enjoy. While kids loved all the fun animals, we're guessing that the adults in the room definitely appreciated all the cleverly placed adult messages and jokes. One of the best ones comes from a scene between Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde, and when Hopps makes a joke about how bunnies are great at multiplication, adults in the room could clearly pick up the reference to the old adage about people getting busy like bunnies. This is a great example of a joke that sounds like nothing to kids, but likely made mature audiences laugh. The Road to El Dorado. The Road to El Dorado is a criminally underwatched kids movie, and with talks of a remake circling around, we hope that more people go and check out the original flick. El Dorado presents a very fun story, and they also made sure to slip in some pretty dirty jokes for older audiences to enjoy. For example, there's a moment when Shell gives back the set of dice to Miguel and Tulio. The explorers pause for a second, and then Miguel asks, where was she keeping them? This line likely flew right past kids, but adults who notice that she's barely wearing anything will likely understand the implication that the dice may have been hidden somewhere naughty. The Rescuers. Back in 1999, Disney actually had to recall the home video version of their 1977 animated feature The Rescuers because it contained an objectionable background image, which appeared in a scene approximately 38 minutes into the film. While rodent heroes Bianca and Bernard were flying through the city in a sardine box, the background actually showed a photographic image of a topless woman in two different non-consecutive frames. The story behind this R-rated slip-up was never really released, and the film was re-edited and redistributed, and we're guessing that Disney's hoping that this story just goes away. Shrek. While Shrek claims to be a kids movie, the satirical humor is so strong and the adult references are so plentiful that we have to think that DreamWorks truly made this film for all ages. When Shrek and Donkey first show up to the castle, they encounter some singing dolls at a kiosk. The dolls sing the following line: keep your feet off the grass, shine your shoes, wipe your... We're guessing that all of the adults watching this scene definitely thought that the dolls were going to say something other than and that rhymes with grass. This dirty joke is so sneaky that the movie didn't even have to say the word. They just made the audience members think it themselves. Bravo. There's our list of 10 dirty jokes from animated movies that totally slipped past you as a kid. Which one of these shocked you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. And a big thank you to Screen Rant who helped us out with this video. If you're new here because Screen Rant sent you, make sure to click the subscribe button and join the CBR Nation. Thanks for watching.